Do whatever you need to do to find your mountain. Earthly doors are closed. Heavenly gate is open. And then I haven't touched on this very much, but if you press the tongue, and this is a common practice in meditation practice, press the tongue against the roof of the mouth. It's called the Magpie Bridge. And there's like a whole story about princes and princesses and something like that. But essentially what we're doing is helping to activate the pineal gland. Okay, so just kind of play with that for a moment, like find the sweet spot. And I was reading something, there's a pretty cool Qigong guy on Instagram who was talking about when we do this, also it's the connection between the tongue and all of the internal organs, right? So we're drawing down qi into all of the internal organs. Yeah. Also very much toning the vagus nerve. So take a regular inhale. And exhale. Perhaps reminding yourself that the breath that you are drawing in is the exhalation of all of the trees and the plants on the planet. Inhale. Exhale. And then also bring your awareness to your heart. Feel it beating. And we'll begin with the Nun Breaths. So you can utilize the Vajra Mudra, pressing the index finger into the second joint of the middle finger of the right hand. And as you do this, right, because this is a mudra and it's a circuit, right? So just kind of notice where you feel that in your body. It's kind of fascinating. I feel it move all the way down the shoulder and into the point just above, like on the inside of the right hip. And it's a muscular chain, right? But it's also connecting to a point in the groin. So, right, and as with anything, it's curiosity. So take the middle finger of the right hand, close the right nostril, inhale through the left. Drop the chin into the sternum. Notice what arises as far as any recent or not so recent moments of aversion. Lift the chin. close left, exhale right. Right, and you can envision a kind of green light, spring green light moving through you as you clear the channel. We'll do that again. Close right, inhale left. Right. And when I'm doing that, I'm lifting my chest. Then I'm going to drop my chin into the sternal notch, keeping the back of the neck long. Notice what arises, and ideally with some compassion, if not humor. And then lift the chin. Close left, exhale right. And again, close right, inhale left. And drop the chin into the sternum. Lift the chin. Close left, exhale right. Okay, you can keep the finger there and then just inhale through the right. And drop the chin into the sternum. And then we'll do 3 breaths, clearing the left side from attachment. And when you're ready, lift the chin, close right, exhale left. And again, close left, inhale right. Right, lifting the sternum up, dropping the chin down, noticing. And again, perhaps with humor, lift the chin, close right, exhale left. One more, close left, inhale right. And drop the chin. Don't forget about the earthly doors. Lift the chin, close right, exhale left. And then we'll inhale through both nostrils. So deep inhale. Drop the chin into the sternum. When we release this, you can release the earthly doors and lift the chin, exhale out through the crown of the skull. It's like slingshotting the breath up through you. And again, deep inhale. Lift the chin. Exhale, release the earthly doors, exhale out. And again, inhale. Right, clearing the central channel of ignorance, avidya. When we release this breath, we'll immediately inhale back down the breath of all of the Buddhas to infuse us with wisdom and compassion. So if you're ready, lift the chin, release the earthly doors, exhale. And then inhale back down in the form of a golden light. And one last time, dropping the chin into the sternum, allow the wisdom and compassion of all of the Buddhas to infuse every cell of your body. And again, when you're ready, you can lift your chin, exhale out through every cell of your body. And when you open your eyes, open them through the eyes of Buddha. How are you guys doing? It's such a practice, it's just such a necessity. and then just such a pleasure, you know. There was, I'm just going to share a couple of things and then we're going to go back into Ocean Dragon, we'll get back into that deep space. But, part of when we're doing practice, right, what we're doing is increasing our social engagement, right? Our ability to have social engagement with other people. Because when we're not, right, we go myopic, right? We're all familiar with this. And what we're also doing is increasing our neuroception. We can widen out and widen out and widen out. And I think that's the reason why we can have prescience. We can sometimes hear other people's thoughts and, things like that. So in the beginning of practice, this plane flew over. And as I was connecting to my heartbeat, I could feel all of their heartbeats. And it was like, wow. It's really beautiful. Really, but the problem is we open up so much sometimes, and then it's like, holy shit, it's a lot of information. So when we're doing breath work, and it's funny because I even talked about this with the kids, right? Like breath work is just so powerful. And there are these little techniques, like lifting up. So when we're doing so this is from Yoga Land, right? When we're lifting up the sternum, and then that allows me to drop the chin down for Jalandhara Bandha. And then that's really active, really toning and helping to activate the upper portion of the vagus nerve, ventral vagus. Does that make sense? And I'm also like using my arms as like a fulcrum because I keep them straight, and it's literally keeping the spine up. Yeah. So just little, I'm fortunate that I was taught like minutia and then have kind of also discovered it for myself. The other thing that you guys may want to do when you're practicing on your own, we'll get up in a, like when I asked the kids today, I'm like, what's mindfulness? Right? Mm-hmm. It's like a little recap. And they're like, oh, just being aware. And I was like, yes. And gave him the whole thing. But also it's like you get to this place where you notice the thought coming up, the shade of the thought, the color of the thought, what like, and then you're just watching it. And then you're not victim to it. That's mindfulness.
Yeah, I just closed my eyes and I was able to breathe through each nostril on its own.
You can do it, yeah. Absolutely, totally. So it's a useful skill.
I'll figure it out.
It's also not the most important thing.
Oh.
All right, so Ocean Dragon is really fun. So, in I don't know if either one of you have taken Vajrayana or Tantric vows, but it's kind of like the visualization is similar. And so we're going to do a little bit of that. Ocean Dragon is also associated with all of the dragons. Ocean Dragon and Black Dragon are very similar. It's probably why I like them. And Ocean Dragon is, of course, associated with the kidneys and with the night sky, the aurora borealis. So the Ocean Dragon's like magic. And I'll show you the mudra for it. And then I'll just guide us through a 5-minute meditation. Okay. So funny, the habituated path, right? It's like as soon as I get into my mountain, I'm like, okay. And then the mind just goes boom, to do that thing. But look at me for just 1 second. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my left hand and bring it in front of my sternum. And then see how I just kind of lifted my ribs up off my hips. I'm going to take my right hand, and it's a monkey paw mudra. See, so it's kind of like this. Yep. And I'm going to kind of slice underneath. It's it's a really interesting kind of energetic connection that happens right there. Yeah. Even if you release the fingers, yeah, notice the difference, right? So that's it's a pretty intentional. Okay. So I'm just going to guide us through this. And you can come back to it in your practice, and we can come back to it next week as well. But earthly door, magpie bridge, heavenly gate. Inhale. Exhale. And begin to see yourself as a dragon. What color are your scales? Are you very big and powerful, or perhaps smaller and swift? What color eyes do you have? And now as you inhale and exhale, perhaps your breath plumes out into the night. And look around, see where you are. Below you is a body of water. Are you in the mountains? On a tree? Notice what arises from your own mind stream. Allow your mind to create the landscape. Perhaps even notice what you smell. And then inhale. Lift up off wherever you have been crouching upon and begin to fly as you exhale. Can you feel the air moving over your body, your tail? And as you look down at that body of water, what do you see? Perhaps getting closer, you can look down and see yourself reflected. Maybe even trail your claws along the water. And for the next few moments, just be ocean dragon. And then take a deep inhale. You can exhale out through your mouth. Open your eyes. That's my little chi ball. Ocean dragon. So that, you can, I find ocean dragon really helpful for when I'm like trying to figure shit out, Any questions? No? Okay. Yeah. I usually end up, it's funny because with me and Ocean Dragon, I go in all sorts of different places and then I end up playing with the planet like a chi ball. But this time I went really deep under the water, like deep, 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 deep down to the bottom of the ocean. And I was like, I need to spend more time here.
Now, can you do the opposite hand, switch it up to, for the,
That's a really totally different. Wow. I mean, there's no yes or no or wrong or right, but that's how I was taught. And I'm pretty sure it has to do with, like, there's definitely a meridian energy channel happening right there. I'll ask Thomas about it. What I appreciate about Thomas is that it's very much like instinctual and then not as much detail. And even when I've been with Master Wu and I'm like, I had this experience in blah, 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 right? And he's like, just notice, right? Just like when I've had realizations and talked to Rinpoches and they're like, just notice. So let's come and stand. Oh. Oh, I did have my bell near me. So do whatever you need to do to like wiggle things out, get into your body, informal shake. Because I want to share a restorative movement with you. And also just, like I mentioned before, try to make sure that you guys start to note, my head's cut off. Probably better that way. That you guys know these practices on your own, right? That you have them, and wherever you are, like if you're pull over to get some coffee or whatever, you can do movement. I keep saying this, but I really want this to happen. I want us to do like a half an hour shake sometime. I've been doing that a lot. All right, come to your mountain. We'll just start off with a little 3 treasures just to kind of warm up, right? So do that thing, standing mountain. Slight grip in the toes, earthly door, heavenly gate. Relax your butt. Connect to the energy that's moving up through the planet, through your body. Out through the crown of the skull, and also down again. Find your heartbeat. Inhale. Release the mudra as you exhale, step out to the right. So we're going to come into a horse stance. So feet parallel, ideally. If not, turn the toes out a little bit. Depends whatever you got going on with your head of the femur. Hands are here, right below, like right at the belly button. A little bit below. Inhale. Draw the arms up, roll the shoulders back. Hands to the sun. Pause. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, practice photosynthesis. Right, feel the energy flowing into your right hand and the left. And then inhale. Straighten the legs, exhale, press out. Inhale. Exhale, expand yourself, reaching, that's it, Lorraine. Good. Touch the sides of the room with your fingers. And then inhale. Exhale, fold. Okay, be here for a moment, wag your head, yes. Wag it, no. Put your lips. Okay, if you can't touch the floor, that's cool. Just bend your knees. And then inhale, bend the knees. And exhale, slowly roll up, gather the earth into you. Slowly, slowly, slowly. And nourish your organs. Intestines, stomach, spleen, liver, lungs, heart. Right, drawing all the way up to your chest, roll the shoulders back, hands to the sun. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, press out. Press, 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 press. Feel the energy in your palms as you do this, right? From your heart out to your palms. Inhale. Exhale, expand. That's it, Nathaniel. And notice even when you expand and touch the sides of the room with your fingers, for me, there's a release in the spine. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Do one more. Wag the head, yes. Wag it, no. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees and roll up. Draw the earth into you slowly, slowly, nourishing the organs. Right, even noticing perhaps the difference between the right side and the left. And as your hands get right about chest height, make sure you roll the shoulders back. Hands to the sun. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale, press out. Press, press, press. Expand. And then just come back to the ready position. Great, so my hands are kind of making like this triangle. That's it. And then, so you can either stay in your horse stance. We're gonna do heaven element, but I feel like there's some kind of residual fuckery, so sometimes the things that I say in Qigong or yoga class just crack me up. So what I want to do is this, we're going to move through a little fire. So turn the palms in. Notice how the fingertips like passing through the belt meridian. You can feel that energy. And it's interesting because for me, it's more prominent on the right. Not sure why. But I'm going to inhale, turn my palms up. Great. And they're like kind of at hip height. And then exhale, of course. And then inhale. Right, we've done this one before. I'm going to turn to my right or your left, doesn't matter. And then exhale, press out. The lower hand, so my left hand is here. And then upper hand is here. Good. And then see, I straighten my leg and I can press, making it dynamic. Okay, energy moving up through my foot, through my leg, and into my hands. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then I'm going to pick my foot up, bring it back to horse stance, turn the palms up. Okay, and then I feel the air moving over the top of my hands, bottom of my hands, coming up to the other side, and then press. Okay, and so this is happening here is this is a twist. So I'm kind of working on detoxifying some organs, drawing energy up through that back foot, and then through the hands. 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, press. Inhale. Exhale and press. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And then again, back through center. We're going to do each side one more time. All right, if you feel comfortable, you can just close your eyes and notice. And then inhale, coming up. Exhale, press. And I'm using that yoga breath of ujjayi, so closing the back of the throat. Notice what happens. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. That's it. And then one more time, inhaling. Back through center, noticing. And to the other side, press. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. And then back to center. Okay, and then just pause at the ready. Notice. Kind of fascinating because that one, like, I find just shifts energy. Also wakes me up. So from here, we're going to step back. Okay, and I'm going to draw, actually, we'll just go right into it because it's part of the whole series, part of the same series. So bringing the arms up to prayer. Okay, and here, even your fingers out, right? Make sure that that one isn't higher than the other. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down to your heart. Inhale. Exhale, so this is heaven element. I'm going to turn my left hand down. That's it. And then inhale, coming through the center line, both of them. Right hand turns up. Feel the energy of the heavens. Left hand turns down. Feel the energy of the earth rising to meet it. Right? And look, check this out. I feel like it's like dribbling chi, right? Like you can just kind of like press down and it kind of pops back up. It's fascinating. So from here, inhale, slowly, slowly. Moving the hands like a clock. Exhale, good. And now Lauren, bend, that's it, bend the elbow, good. Pause, notice. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, and you can move, with as much like effort. You can like really press down and up. Notice what happens with your spine. It's kind of like traction, right? Or you can just gently, like moving through water. Don't forget about the earthly doors and the heavenly gate. Let's do this for a few more times, yeah? So inhale. Exhaling. Inhale. And here, really feeling that energy flowing up into the heart center and down into the heart center and just nourish your entire body with it. And essentially what we're doing here is inscribing the yin yang with our hands, bringing things back into balance. It's almost like when you're coming back to your intention, right? What is your intention? And when you do, everything kind of falls into place. Just inhaling. Exhaling. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. And then from here, inhale. Bring the hands back to the heart center. Don't let them touch just yet. Feel all the energy that you've kind of cultivated. And then just kind of slowly now just draw it into your heart. You can remind yourself that all of your past kindnesses will nourish you. And then we'll close the practice out. So bring the hands down and around. Fingertips facing each other, palms facing the earth, and then just kind of, that's very interesting, smoothing down subtle body meridians, coming back to Vajra Mudra. And you can release the mudra, turn the palms up, feel the energy of the heavens. Turn them over, feel the energy of the earth. And then bring them to your thighs. Energy of the human. And we'll come and sit. How do you feel? You can do it either in horse stance, which is going to be more active. As the deeper and deeper you can get into this practice, you can start to be like, oh my God, right? And that's when it's time to like just rest. This practice is not, it requires a lot of work. So play is essential.
Yeah.
So it's, and that Qigong's a big part of that. Just play. Being a dragon, be peaceful, safe, and with ease.